Hello, and welcome to Rory's Brainworks, where we get creative and see if it works. Today, I have my big holiday sweater on, and we're about to get into some holiday cheer. I have my elves in the spirit, and I hope you are too. Now, if you are watching this after Christmas 2020, weird. A little bit weird right now. You must be thinking to yourself, Rory, it's not Christmas, it's June. Or whenever you happen to be watching this. Why would you be doing this? I'm sorry, I cannot control time for you. But those of you who are watching this on the Tuesday before Christmas, welcome. And if you aren't, then I hope this upcoming holiday for you is radical, however long away it is. Never mind that malarkey. We're gonna unwrap Marie from this cyberpunk diamond harness, and we're gonna put her in something a little bit more seasonal. Like Marie would decorate a Christmas tree, we will decorate Marie as a Christmas tree. That is correct. We are doing the Christmas tree holiday rig. How exciting. But before we get into that, we must first talk about safe, sane, and consensual safety. Be sure to have some safety shears with you at all times. You can always get a new rope. Can't get a new life. And consensual. Me, Marie, and Crochet Rory are all consenting adults. Communication is key. Now, before we spread some of that holiday cheer and tighten it on people we hold dear, we must first thank my sponsor, Knothead Nylon.
Knothead Nylon is the destination for all your premium nylon rope bondage needs. Easy to clean, water resistant, up to 1,100 pounds of weight load, and in a wide array of beautiful, vibrant colors, Knothead Nylon will slake your rope desires. At checkout, put in discount code RORY10 for 10% off.
Now this will work with two 30-foot ropes, and I have my green and red in order to create my Christmas tree. The red will be the outside of it, and the green will be creating the tree on the inside. Two 30-foot ropes, easy and fun. If you don't have the holiday colored ropes, then this might just look cool without people knowing what it is. I think the green really sells it as to, it is a tree. Otherwise, fun design, why not? So let's get to the bites of these ropes and get to it. So I got the bites of both my ropes, essentially the middles. However, this one is the true bite. This one is a negabite. Negabite is the middle between the ends and the original true bite. So if you take the true bite, hold it in one end, go to the ends, and then fold it in half, that halfway marker, that's the negabite. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick this loop through the negabite, and then grab my rope from the other side and pull through. Tighten that up. That is going to create a girth hitch. Indeed, technically both. I'm then going to spread that out, put it around the neck. So essentially I'm going to adjust the knot to where it's hovering just above the sternoclavicular ditch, and then we're going to overhand knot it in the back to prevent any cinching. Overhand knot, overhand knot. You guys digging that holiday music? I had to. We got that overhand knot all up on there. I will reiterate it 1,000,000 times. It's always important to make sure you have a good amount of loose pressure. We don't want any cinching around the neck. That can be dangerous. So with that, Marie, how does that feel? Awesome. Now that we have that set, what we're going to do is create a friendship knot up top. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can actually spread out this way first before we start doing the weaving pattern, but I feel like it brings a nice little flair to it. So we're going to take this rope and go over this one right here, and then we're going to pinch it. Pinchy, pinchy, pinchy. Then we're going to take this rope, wrap it around our middle finger, and bring it up and through that loop we created with the pinching. And then we're going to go back to the pinchy rope. It's going to go over and then through this loop we had around our middle finger. Now at this point in time, I'm going to try and tighten it down closest to this girth hitch right here. Perfect. And at this point in time, we have the rope behind. We're going to separate the two red fibers. We're going to bring it around, and then we're going to do some cow hitches. So we're going to go over and around. We're going to go behind ourselves and then over ourselves. We're going to go underneath and around, and then through this little loop we created by going underneath and around. Tighten that up. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We're going to cross over and around. Once we're around, we're going to go above and over ourselves. Then we're going to go underneath and around and through the hole we created by going underneath and around. And we're going to tighten that bad boy up. Now what's going to happen is that these are going to then cross over each other. And we're going to do cow hitches that are going to be slightly wider than the ones we just did, which is going to create that triangular Christmas tree shape. So we're going to take these red ropes here and they're just gonna cross over each other, making an X in the back. They'll come back around to the front, and we'll start creating more cow hitches. Once back around, one at a time. So I'm gonna have this one, we'll be crossing over that. Same thing we did with this one up here. Cross over and around, above and over, underneath and around, through the hole we created by going underneath and around. That's a cow hitch. The great thing about cow hitches is that they are easily adjustable, so you can start to get the shape that you need to. Now once you have both cow hitches on, you can begin adjusting to get the design that you want. Basically adjusting the tightness of the cow hitches. So as you can see, what we're going to do from here is that this left one crossed underneath that last time. So this time it's gonna go above it. And then we're gonna create something right here, about this width. So the next cow hitches will be about right here. You'll start to see the Christmas tree pattern that begins to unfold. Ah, how nice. So right now we're gonna take these ropes here, we're gonna wrap them around. They're just gonna cross in an X in the back and come back to the front for another sweet round of cow hitches. We're just gonna continue doing what we have been doing. This pattern, relatively easy. Relatively easy, looks nice. I mean, you really couldn't ask for much more. I mean, you probably could. 'Tis the season, really, for asking for things. I could ask for more, like, I don't know, a live model. Stupid pandemic. No, Marie, you're not chopped liver, you're chopped plastic. Big difference. Now you can already spot what I've done wrong is that this one is supposed to be over this one right here, which, good thing I noticed it now, easy thing to remedy, because I haven't done the cow hitch on the other side for that yet. Oh boy would I have been a mite bit perturbed had I not seen that. Got these next cow hitches on. I'm just going to add adjust. Same thing, gonna pull these ones back. We're gonna do a cross and come back for more. This one's gonna be directly underneath the breast. Just gonna get that cow hitch on and then I can start adjusting it. Now sometimes it's not gonna look right until you apply the pressure here in the back. It's always wise to get that pressure worked out first. Always pull on the sides so you can see what kind of shape is gonna be made. I think I can get one more out of these. Being the base of the tree, I feel like this one should be widest of all of them, but not too wide to where it looks funny. Now that I think about it, this one's not wide enough, so I'm gonna adjust that. Which sometimes means undoing things. It's all part of the process. What's important is not to get too upset with those mistakes. Those mistakes are opportunity to become better. Becoming better is what it's all about. There we go, that feels better. That feels better. Marie, how does it feel? Oh, aren't we just the cheeky monkey? All right, try these ones out again. I'm gonna get it on before I tighten and adjust. It's gonna be a bit wonky, especially down here in the bottom. Now I do have this tied off in the back with the square knot. I'll show you that in a little bit. Right now, we're going to finish up this tree by closing off the base and creating the stem down. What we're gonna do, another friendship knot. Because the holidays are all about togetherness. So we're gonna cross over, the left one will cross over the right. You will pinch it. While pinching, you're going to wrap this bottom one around your middle finger and up top over here. The one we had previously pinched is going to go over this new rope and then through where our middle finger is looped. We're gonna make sure that's nice and tight. And these are gonna go down and around the crotch and meet up in the back. But right now, we can take a look at our Christmas tree. Maybe a little bit weird from this angle. Let me go out a little. Ah, Christmas tree. Wonderful. I'll make a few adjustments later, but right now, let's go to the back. Like I had said, we just did a square knot right here. And as you were crossing back and forth, you basically created a few X's. We are now going to utilize those X's in design. Let me pull you back a little bit. Now, making sure that your ropes are nice and straight. We're gonna take the ropes from the back and underneath the crotch and bring them up this way. Now we're gonna start weaving them in and out of these X's. Essentially coming up this way and then weaving in and out of these X's. I'll take the right one first. Now if you take a look at the X, find which one is pronounced and which one is depressed. Let me zoom in for you. Now as we see these X's, look for the one that is pronounced and the one that is depressed. We're gonna suppress the pronounced one and we're gonna uplift our depressed friend here. Because that's what we do with our depressed friends. We uplift them. We're essentially just gonna go over this square knot right here. So over and under, look at the next X above us. Yet again, it should be over and under if you've continued to do the X the same way like I normally do. Just look for the pattern. This one broke from the pattern and I will be going under and then over because I am weird. That's gonna bug me. Look at that. Look at that ridiculousness. Oh well, whatever. It's the last one. I just place this line over the shoulder once I've gone up, and I'll take care of that in a little bit. Now let's get the other rope. Make sure it's straight before going over the crotch. Marie, how's that feel? Delicate and nice. All right. Things that Marie isn't for 500. I know, very clever. So opposite, our depressed ones first. So we're going to uplift them by going underneath, suppressing the pronounced one. Wonderful. Continue going up that pattern, except for my last one, which was weird and opposite. Put that over the shoulder. And we're going to tighten them and start bringing them closer together. Now, that is one way of doing it. Let me show you another. Now, because it is all about that extra flair, once we've gone through the first one, we're going to cross over. Aha! Sticking to the same rules. Aha! There we go, that's better. Since this line went under, that means it's going over this next one. And then we follow. Pronounced, depressed, go through that. Depressed, pronounced, go through that. We'll take these two lines and then twist them. I bet you see the pattern now. Easy peasy poop. Gonna go through where the weave says to go through. Over the pronounced, uplift the depressed. Crossover. This one was opposite, it is my greatest shame. And then go up. We'll adjust that. Make sure it's a bit even. Even and taut. Make sure to pull from the top in order to ensure that tightness. Make some small adjustments. Radical. I'll show you how I finish it off on the top there. So we've done our final crossover right here. And we're just gonna stick these through, bring them close to one another, and basically finish off like you're tying your shoes. We're gonna overhand that, gonna create a loop here, wrap around, put the other loop through, and we create a bow. Because Marie, despite her nuisances, is still a gift. Adjust it so the bow looks nice. Beautiful. That is how our back is looking currently. Beautiful. Let's move around to that front. And here is the front with our beautiful Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. And for those of you who are my teacher's pet and say, but Rory, you did not give us homework. My homework for you is to have a lovely holidays, be jolly, and take care of yourself. Way! I hope you had as much fun learning from that tutorial as we did teaching it to you. Yes, Marie decided that she was going to go out and pretend to actually be a Christmas tree, like that Christmas tree that's in New York, and she wanted people to bask in the glow of her brilliance. Yes, or as Marie likes to call them, holiday burns. Now, I'd be remiss if I did not bring up our other wonderful sponsors today, the lovely people over at Patreon. That's patreon.com/Rory's Brainworks, just like this YouTube channel. They are my rope vanguard, my colonizers of dreams. And without them, these ropey endeavors would be way harder to accomplish. Thank you for spending your time with me. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this madness, and comment down below what kind of rope bondage things you would like us to teach you. As always, I'm Rory. This is our brain. I'm fairly certain it works. Be safe, go create some art, and have a wonderful holidays.